Alright, here's my account. This is how hardcore I was playing at one time. This is my main character now. He is decked out in pretty much the best gear in the game at the time, anyway, which was a couple of years ago. And he's a demonologist. Now, whenever you're talking about demonologist, you're talking about like a fire mage or something like that. They also can go into a different spec where they can cast mainly lightning spells and stuff like that. So that was my main character, and as you can see, the little locks beside the characters that I'm seeing here, that you can only unlock so many of them being a free to play account, and I was usually subscribed to the game, so it was never an issue in the past. That's why I have so many characters, and I have a level 80 Priest of Mitra, which is basically like a healer. Um, let's see, level 80 Guardian, should I say? This was a character that I leveled up, and I always wanted to play it more, but I never did. But yet I kept him always working on his alternate advancement, which was the AA points, which makes your character stronger over time. And you can actually set those skills to train, but it takes so many hours for each skill to train, sometimes weeks, I believe. So yeah, I would just log him on to start training the alternate advancement, and that was it. All right. So oh, okay, so they got two of my pre-submitters on here. All right, so that must be, I think this character here used to be on the PvP server, this Araxis. And they must have closed down the PvP server and moved him over to this server. Okay. Alright, then I have a level 80 Dark Templar. Now, this character was supposed to be like a Death Knight type of character. Dark Templars are big on the energy drain, the Shadow Knight kind of stuff. So, this was another character that I leveled up and I really wanted to play, but I never got around to it. And then I have my assassin. Gives a little wave there. But I was raiding some with him, so he has like quite a bit of the T3 gear, but he doesn't have the T4 stuff. So, alright, let's log on to my demonologist here, and let's see what this game is like now. Alright, for some reason I'm in Connell's Valley, I believe that's how you pronounce it. This was like a starting area kind of thing, where you played through, like, I think level 10 to level 20 or something like that. So, I'm kind of curious what I was even doing here at the time. But, man, this brings back so many memories. I used to play this game so much. And, whenever you're talking about in-game raiding, like the big guilds that do, like, heroic content on like World of Warcraft and all that. I did heroic content on World of Warcraft, but man, the raiding on Age of Conan was so fun. And I love the whole realistic aspect of it. While you're fighting things, your blood is flying everywhere. You could get your head cut off and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy how fun this game was. And let's see, I still have some coins on here, 387. I wonder if that even buys anything. Oh yeah, I guess so, but these are pretty big things, like mounts and storage slots and all that. So I might not be able to buy all that. All right, so let's see about getting somewhere here. See how the graphics are so beautiful? And I don't even think I have my graphics turned all the way up right now. My character's riding on a tiger, so this was actually a tiger that they gave you that was a pretty good tiger that whenever you renewed your subscription for a whole year, they would give you a bunch of bonus items and stuff like that, and this tiger was one of them. And I could have the tiger on every one of my characters. So, yeah, the Tiger is actually really good because it's increased speed and everything. The stuff that everybody wanted on their character, they wanted one of these Tigers, and you could get them in the game, and they would be a different color if you got them in the game. But if you got them through this promotion thing, it would give you a white Tiger, but it was considered the store Tiger. Alright, so let's get to some better area than this. I don't even know what to do here. Game's a little bit laggy, even on this advanced computer that I have. I don't know if it's just playing the game for the first time in a long time or what. Alright, I see that they've put in the achievement system, and as you can tell, my character has pretty much done nothing. I guess it gave me some collection achievements, but nothing else. And my character is one of them that has down pretty much everything. Oh, what is this? T5 bosses? They have the T5 stuff in now? Alright, so I was not familiar with that. I thought that there was no new boss content past whenever I played 2 years ago because that's how people talked. And it's looking like it might be a whole new thing. I'm gonna have to look into that. Man, I'm kind of curious what the new stuff would be. I'm trying to figure out where exactly to go because I'm looking at all the new stuff that they put in, such an achievement system, and I was even looking at my character spec and all that because for PvP I was going with a heavy fire spec that had a lot of knockdowns and stuff like that, and knocking people down in PvP was so good because it took them a second to get back up, and during that time you're just blowing them up, so that was a big deal in PvP at the time. And rangers were really good at that, the ones that were archers, because they would set traps that would knock you down, and if you got knocked down they just stood back there and shot you with the arrows, and man, just didn't survive. Now I'm trying to figure out where to go to find any of the new content or any of that, and it seems like you can't even ask in the general chat because it's spammed by gold farmers. This all these different spamming messages are all about selling items in the game for real life money, selling coins in the game for real life money. It's very little actual players that are playing the game talking. So I'm going to try to figure out where to go. One of the things I think is pretty interesting about this game is that, and I've always loved this, is that the gear difference between raids is not that drastic. As in, if you have a T1 piece of gear, you can actually be competitive in that gear. You don't need the T3 piece in order to have any chance at all. And in games like World of Warcraft and all that, if you don't have the best gear, as in from the newest expansion, then you're just not going to be able to compete at all. If you got gear from Wrath of the Lich King, it's going to be 1/10 of the strength of the gear from the newest expansions. So it makes it really frustrating for a lot of players whenever you take, for instance, if you grind out like the heroic gear, man, you've been with your guild for so long, wiping on those raids over and over and over, and put so much time and effort into it, and then new expansion comes out, and all that you worked for is useless because the green gear from the new expansion is going to be better than your heroic gear that you had previously. In Age of Conan, it's not like that. Here they've been going for 7 years, and the gear that you got right whenever the game came out can still be competitive today. So you see a lot of people talking in the chat, and mind you, I've put all the gold farmers and all that on ignore and actually changed the opacity, I guess that's how you say it, of the chat window to where I can actually read what people are saying. But they're still rating like old content, and it's not just for vanity, it's for the good gear as well. So whenever you first join Age of Conan, you can get into those initial raids and down some of the early bosses and have pretty good gear. Alright, so they're telling me that I have to go to this in-game store here and buy the expansion. So let's see. Hi, Bear. Yeah, okay. This is it. 3,000 of the coins. So it looks like I'm going to have to buy some Funcom points here. Alright, so interesting enough, if you buy the coins, it does not allow you to buy right at the amount that you need. I need 3,000 coins in order to buy the expansion here. And if you look, all right, so let's see here. Buy Funcom points. It does not give you the option of buying 3,000 points. It makes you have to buy the 3,600 points. So, yeah, this is pretty crazy. So I logged out and logged back in, and the points are still not in my account right now. So, and another thing I noticed is I changed my chat window here to have a black background. Whenever I logged out and logged back in, it's no longer black. I've got to go change it once again. All right, so we ran into a little bit of a situation. Now, whenever I used to play the game, it I used to buy things quite often on here. Like I'd buy some coins to get some experience potions, stuff like that. I would be a big customer of games that I liked. I really wanted to support them, and well, I quit playing back in 2013. And I guess it tried to charge my account for another year of membership. But of course, my payment details had changed and all that, so it didn't charge me, and I never renewed my subscription since then. Well, I went to buy this coin so I could get into the new expansion, and it asked me if I would like to authorize Funcom to charge my account for it. And I said, yeah, go ahead. Well, whenever I was doing that, I also looked and I seen where it tried to charge me $100, for the 12-month subscription back in 2013, and it said pending on there, and of course the payment details had changed and all that. So I was looking for a way to just cancel that altogether, like get it off my page. I don't even want it there, even though that was back in 2013. I don't even want it on my list of things as pending or whatever. And there was no way to remove it. So I was like, okay, well, all right, let's just buy this new thing and be done with it. And lo and behold, it charged me not only for the purchase that I just made, but it also charged me $100 and gave me, I guess, a year subscription. So I'm going to have to get on PayPal and dispute the charge. It's crazy. I have no idea why they do not fix stuff like that. It's crazy to me. I don't even have words for it.